Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome to another edition of Mr. Parker's Neighborhood. Today, if you don't know who this is, today you go find out who this is. And again, the world is a close place to live, and St. Louis is even closer. And as you see behind me, that mathematics skill that's behind me, oh, it's time for class, and y'all gonna understand that the chemistry me and this brother got is none like no other. Anyway, welcome to the show, Mr. Leslie McClelland. How are you, sir?
Well, thank you, Mr. Cecil Parker. It is indubiously my great honor to be in the format with you.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Before we get started and go any deeper, we like to play a little game here on Guess What My Guest Does. So here it is. Here is some of the choices you have to see if you know what my guest does. Are you ready? Number one, is my guest an exotic dancer? Number two, is he the voice of one of your favorite cartoon characters? Number three, have you heard him on any television commercials? And number four, have you ever seen him coaching the sidelines? Mm-hmm. Here we go. Wait, baby, you know what? With this one, I'm gonna give you another one and say, is it two of the above? All right. All right, that's it. Y'all ain't guessing right, so it don't matter. Guess, will you please tell them what it is that you does, my brother?
I'm a full-time stripper, but I'm a barber part-time.
See, so you would have been right, but I didn't give you that option.
Man, I've been a barber forever, dog.
Man, right. Look at like I said, we've done the prelims of Mr. Leslie McClelland. Now we're gonna kick it on off to what's up, son? What's going on, baby?
Cecil P. Boy, we've been tied tight for it's what 38, 39 years, partner.
Yes, sir. Yes. Like I said, tell them a little bit about you, then we get to how we hooked up. Tell them, wait, are you from St. Louis? Are you originally from St. Louis?
Born and bred. We started, let me see. I came out of Pine Lawn. That's where I was born on Woods Road.
Okay.
We did extended projects. Came out to the county in 77. Been cutting hair in the neighborhood since I was 13. I'm 51. Sports addict, Mason, straight, hey, not a class clown, but the clown. Violent when I want to be.
Yeah, don't tell them.
Look, I say when I want to be. I'm a creep. I'm a creep. I ain't gonna even lie. I'm a creep. This is, hey, funny guy. Hey, I'm so funny. I scare myself. I'm so funny.
Well, like I said, man. So you attended what grade school? You don't got to do the whole rundown. You attended what grade school? Grade schools.
Thomas Elementary.
Thomas. Okay. And then I'd say after that you went to Riverview.
Riverview Garden, baby.
But you play anyway, man. I ain't got one of them, dog. That ain't even cool. But it's all right. How much you slide with them because you got your own.
You get that taken care of.
So now, you come in Riverview as a freshman.
Yep.
And upon arriving, what was the first? Because you have any siblings? Are you the oldest, or what's the breakdown in siblings?
Okay, I got 4 siblings. I got 2 older sisters, Ann and Michelle Brooks. Then myself. Then I have 2 younger siblings, Kareem McClelland and Khalil McClelland. So I'm the middle child.
Okay. So coming up through though, living over there in yeah, you was over there. It was were you on the Hathaway side or the California side?
I was in Hathaway South, and what's funny is I was the little brother of 2 actual Switchblade sisters out the projects. So they kind of I ain't gonna say it added on to the legend, but it was something that he's like, you really can't mess with dude because his sister's gonna come and do something to you. So, take it for what you take it for. And I ran with it.
Now, like, wait a minute. And see, the reason I joke about that is, so was your house one of the house? Because it was a house, I can't think who house it was, but where they were Hazelwood East on the right side of the house and Riverview on the left side of the house.
That was my house. So, the deal with that was I could walk out my front door and my neighbor to the left, Hazelwood East.
Yeah.
The people behind me, Hazelwood East. The people across the street, Riverview. I can honestly sit and see, I can see Hazelwood East bus stop, but I couldn't see the Riverview bus stop. That's crazy.
Man, you gotta say, cause my like I said, cause my godparents and them and Keith and brothers and sisters them stayed, Lamar and Reese and them stayed down the street. I'm like, how y'all going to Hazelwood East and letting them going to Riverview? Come on. That's where the line was. I'm like, this is crazy.
It's crazy.
That was crazy. Okay, so then we're going to Thomas, and then you come up to Riverview, and now, had you played football before?
Well, the deal with playing organized football, I couldn't play organized football because I was a fat kid, big dude. You know what I'm saying? So back then they had weight limits.
Right.
They do now where anybody can play with anybody. I had to straight up stay on the sideline, and I wasn't able to play organized football because I was too big.
Okay.
And that's funny because me and my cousin Ali from the Lunatics,
okay,
we was trying to play, but we was both too big. So we like, forget it. Became a Sandlot legend. Honestly, a straight up Sandlot legend because as a big dude, I was faster than most of the cats smaller than me. So I was always the tailback. And I would outrun everybody. I ran out of shoes and I didn't Earl Campbell cats barefoot, you know.
Yeah, see, and that's what I'm talking about. It was so funny because now we can go into it. So when you get to Riverview, and it was funny because I'm looking like, check that little Keller right there, and I'm laughing and I'm yelling with Chris, check him out. So when it came for freshman initiation, and we came in the room, it was like, all right, wait a minute, where he at?
Don't touch him.
Like, where you at? Hold up. But I mean, it was the fact that, and I mean, for some reason, I still don't know how. It was like, yeah, hold on to him. Okay, he gonna be. And then the thing that killed it all was, I don't know to this day, Les. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I don't know to this day what made me come to your house. Something just said, "Hey man, go over here to Little Les crib." And I walk up, ring the doorbell, I speak to mom and all, and come in. I'm like, "Hey, I hear you cut hair," and you was like, "Huh?" I was like, "I heard you cut hair." I don't know if you were cutting it in the locker room or what.
No, I was in the basement.
When I heard you was cutting out, like, I bet. And then I came and I said, "Hey, I don't need nothing fancy, bro. All I need is even all over with a part."
That's it.
And 30, 40 years later, almost, all I get is even all over with a part. Hold on, let me show y'all. Well, my part. I need to go get my car cut though. That's another thing too. But besides that, this has been my barber ever since. And even when I went to college, I had to cut my hair for a minute on my own. And we sitting around, and all of a sudden they say, "Hey man, it's a big dude here. They call him Big Les, and he cutting." No, that can't be. That can't be. Then I ran into Ray. I said, "Hey man, this dude talking about Les here." Ray said, "Well, he is." Boom! Here he go. What's up, son? Where you been? And it kicked back off again, man. And
that's how it is, man.
But for you, bro, so okay, let's go back. We're going back again. So in Riverview, you playing football. We gone, you there running. What was it like? Because you got a piece of something that I couldn't get because they cheated me out of it. But what was it like for that what was that, junior year, senior year, when y'all made the run?
Oh man. So at that particular year, that was my junior year.
Okay.
and I was having some health issues. They said my blood pressure was too high, so I basically had to sit out my junior year because they said I couldn't chance taking a big hit and getting a stroke or whatever. So
Okay.
I stayed out, and I didn't get in until the end of the season. The last two games, and then we went to the playoffs, play against Hazelwood Central. And when I tell you, dog, that was one of the biggest experiences in my sports career. ESPN was out there,
Yeah, yeah,
and I'm talking about we was on the world stage, and that was something unreal, dog. Unreal. We straight up out there getting it. It was a hell of a game, dude.
yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, like I say, and it was crazy because, like I said, your junior year and then my senior year, that's when Riverview came back and we were to the point to where we like I said knocking off top ranked teams and being ranked. So it was always a fact of we would get stuff done Riverview wise that people didn't expect it, but then there was always that element of okay, yeah, y'all can't let y'all have this.
Right.
So it was always that thing of it wasn't like we didn't have the talent, but again, it was the fact that there were other obstacles in our way that
Mhm.
causes us to come short sometimes.
Yep.
And I say you had to your run. I mean, I say I chose your class is what you Ray Lingard. Who else? Vine was Vine with y'all.
Yeah. Bond 89. Byron Ray, Dorian Kelly, rest in peace. He just passed.
Yeah, yeah.
And
But I
we
mean, and like I said, it was the fact, and I mean, the thing about it was with us passing on to y'all, it was the fact of family. That was our hope. If you made the foot, if you made it past the cut, you was in the football family.
exactly
Had to get past the cut. Even if you was the water boy, you part of the family because I mean we was always together.
right. That's it. Like homecoming. Breakfast at what? Shoney's?
Shoney's, yep, yep. And like I say, I mean, it was just the fact of that was the nature of us in that whole 80s run, 80s and 90s run, to where when y'all came through, we try to teach y'all that hey, you don't lose at the crib. We don't lose at home. We
We
don't
didn't.
do that. We
Dude,
don't lose at home.
our homecoming game was decided in the last second. My senior year, I straight up almost got thrown out the game because I took my helmet off, and I'm talking to everybody. I'm talking to the linemen. I said, if y'all don't block ever in y'all life, y'all gonna block today, or y'all gonna have to deal with me. Hey, we laid it down. I'm talking about that's when the hog line was called the hog line, boy, the hog block. And look, everything went the way it was supposed to go. Vaughn threw it a touchdown to Will Hur. Will caught
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
He came across the line, the goal line, and out the side. Dude, it was a work of art. We
Man.
wanted no time left on the clock.
And I forgot about cause y'all had Courtney and Tony too, didn't you?
Now, Courtney he came out in '88. Tony was the
Okay.
tackle beside me. I was the pulling guard and he was the tackle.
Tackle. Man, like I said, I mean, and again, like I said, we had some talent come through at them years, and it's so funny because to watch the waves go down, and then man, it's been crazy to hear about people who came after us, who was somebody's little brother and sister, and here
Yep,
they all stars on the football team, the track team, or basketball, and you sit back to my man. I remember when I used to tell you sit down somewhere.
exactly. Man, that's just like the Grecos. That was we called Jim was our coach, but his brother Don
Nah, yeah,
came from the Detroit Lions.
yes sir, yes sir.
And at the time that he came was the time that was it whatever that organization MSHA or whatever.
Yeah, yeah, Missouri High School. So yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's when the time they lifted all that other stuff and they was allowing us to extend our hands and all that. We
Wow,
playing like NFL linemen at that time.
wow.
And that changed the game. That's when we went 10-0.
See, and see, with what you just said, my senior year, Don was with us, and we were 6-0 with Don. And all of a sudden, someone called in the Missouri High School Association and say, Don can't help you guys coach because he's not a. And so that switched it up, but we found out who it was later on. May he rest in peace too. He passed away. We ain't gonna say his name, but yeah, he messed it up, and we knew it. And for the rest of the season, it was me, Chris, and we were basically the line coaches from that point on. And so that's the thing about the family. It's like, hey, when we figured out what it was, all right, let's we finna do the rest of this. Bye-bye. I ain't got time. Talk what you want to talk. But I mean, but it's just a way of there are so many things that rules that change for us, that change for y'all. And it was like, this is crazy. Because if we had that play-in rule, Doc, I believe we'd have had a couple of more of them championships. We had a play-in rule.
In all actuality, dog, y'all was giants compared to later classes. But at that time, like Lewis Thomas, Chris Cannon, Cecil Parker, Charles Watson. That's some names, dog.
Yeah, I mean, Chuck Mitchell, Rod Edwards, yeah.
What's the name? Timothy, Hank Lacey, dog. Everybody was monstrous. Ben Broadnax. It was some big cats. And that's who I played against growing up in the neighborhood. That's who I played sandline football against. Because I was a big boy, so I had to play with the bigger cats.
Yeah.
I loved it. Straight up.
And like I said, I mean, like I said, and from that bond that me and you kicked up in, like I said, from cutting my hair to trying to be a mentor to you on football field and dealing with people and all that.
I'm out.
Uh-oh.
Dude, you're recognized as pops to me in my world. Let's be 100 on that.
That's
we partners and all that at the end, but I call you pops. Am I correct?
Yes, sir. You my son for sure.
That's the way it is, and that's the way it's gonna be.
Thank you, man. But yes, sir. I mean, and again, it was just the fact of watching you, man. I was like, okay, whatever this cat, because again, and another thing about it is we played that role so well of hey, they thought we outside of football, they thought we were the cuddly, nice, the main. Hey, we don't cause no problems, but we was like, yeah, okay. Mess with you want to. I got something for you.
Problem.
I mean, but again, that's the thing that drew me to say, no, this is my son right here. Hey, that's my boy right there. Because it was just that way of, oh no, this dude, whatever he puts his mind to, he gonna be able to do it. So it don't even matter. And like I said, when you going from Riverview, so you went from Riverview and you went down to where you go to Southern or Grambling?
Southern University.
And you was down there doing some things and chilling.
Yeah, and them cats down there, they found out that St. Louis is okay. I'm already in the little southern city, whatever you want to, but they like, y'all some country boys too, yeah, but we do a whole lot of other things, so you can go ahead and try your luck. I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna lose, but try your luck. Hence, that's what got me to transfer to Central Missouri State. I had
that's what I'm about to say.
I had to leave the South because I wasn't.
You wasn't too welcome down there.
A few things happened, But got to Central Missouri State, and other things happened there also.
But again, hey, we was reconnected, and they came to you know him. I said, that's my son. What? Hey, now on that whole piece too. Remember how we had people not understanding how it is that Sunday nights was our dinner night.
Man,
Sunday night was Riverview dinner night.
Man,
we were I think we were like 20 deep at the limit. The minimum we was 20 deep that always showed up for dinner night.
Man, Them days right there, dog. That's something that I found out as we got older. I'm like, so y'all don't kick it together? I mean, your classmates and friends you grew up with, y'all don't kick it. Y'all don't fellowship. Y'all don't, you know, just hang out, see how everybody doing, and that's one thing I can say as being a brother from Riverview. We actually, I can say Riverview has one of the closest knit family type deals out here. You got people that you city, they
Mhm.
big, they do
Yep,
they,
yep.
but at the end of the day, don't nobody do it like Riverview do it. And I'm not throwing no shade. That's us. That's our upbringing. That's how it is in our neighborhood. Riverview, Moline, Dalewood, Council Point,
Yes,
all,
sir.
and people will straight up, they was trying to get to Riverview. If
Yep.
you know what I'm saying. They
Oh
like,
yeah.
them cats got curls and gold teeth and they wearing Dickies shoes and all the little gals fine. Hey man, why they so cool at Riverview?
Yeah, yeah. When they tried to say, and we were the county of Vashon because of how we say it together. But I mean, like you said, it was the fact of that's how we were brought in. We were
Hmm.
brought in to where, hey, this your family. And like I said, remember back then, before even with y'all, I think the gang piece was trying to kick up a little bit, but when it came to it, no, when you on the football, when you on the blue and gold squad, that's your game, period. And then again, you go other places, and it was like you said, it was different. And right now, it's even more as we get older because when we throw, hey, say Riverview or worse, something from Riverview, the younger people see it and say, "You went to Riverview?" I said, "Yeah, I graduated from that too." Okay,
True.
it's a whole different conversation because they are surprised to see Riverview people worded like that, and we have no issue.
None. And proud of it.
Yes, sir.
Man, it's like we can go somewhere like you say, and you have Riverview paraphernalia or regalia, however you want to say it, but you put it on and people they drawn to you. They like,
Yeah, yeah.
you went to Riverview? Yeah, I graduated in '89. Damn. Mhm. That's 30 some odd years ago. Yeah. Well, how old is you? I say fine as wine. Don't worry about how old I am, but I'm fine as wine.
Yeah, man. But I mean, and I say it's like I say, it makes you feel good to see that, and then to sit back and like I said, talking about man. I mean, barbers and lawyers and doctors and dentists and business owners and this, and again, it's the fact that we came together growing up this way. So to
Right.
hear about somebody with a big, hey, we there, because that's it. But again, the kids don't see it, and sometimes they don't believe it until they see it. It's like, man, wow, he went to Riverview like me, so I can do. And that's why I do this show in a way of letting people know that hey, you could be with people and don't know who they are or where they're from, but y'all got a connection. You man, like I say, watching us. Come on, Riverview for real.
Man.
I've been getting my hair cut by Les all this time, and I didn't know he was okay. Yeah,
You know how often I hear that? You could such and such. It's just like Trina Randall.
yeah.
Trina, Trina don't mess with nobody, never have. She got a child by Bruce Randall. No, I can't say no relation because they related now, but Trina got kids by Bruce Randall, and I cut Trina her.
Yeah.
I cut Trina mama her. I cut Trina brother her. Now I cut Trina's child her. And it's funny because I've been cutting Rakim since he was a baby, and he 30 now.
Right, right.
And it's funny because I've been in the game that long, and I've built a rapport with a lot of families.
Yes, sir.
Just
Yes,
like
sir.
when you come in there, I might be like, "Oh, I got somebody for you. It's gonna flip you out," and you come across,
Right.
man, where they come from? Oh, they was hiding under a rock. But that's one thing that I've noticed, that being a barber, and being who I am, you know that I'm a people person.
Yes, sir. Yeah, yeah.
People, they tend to, I mean, not hover around, but if I call it out, they be like, yeah, right on, big dog. Appreciate that and such. You know, like my brother Eric Lingard.
Yeah.
That's since '77, dude. We've
Yeah.
been jammed like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's just you can find a lot of people at my job that you ain't seen in decades
Mm. Yep.
because it's like that.
And like I said, based on to let you know, like I said, I have a project I want to work on and get what I told you about before, and it was based on the fact of the premise of you and some of the other things where, like I say, it's a I got the phrase for my movie, which I'm gonna do still. It's a movie about somebody getting involved in sports at the highest of it, and then you lose them, they vanish.
Mhm.
And it's the fact of a young man comes into the barbershop and he sees pictures and stuff and hears about a certain person, yada yada yada. He's, oh man, well, what happened to him? And then all of a sudden you hear, turn your head to this way. All right, cool.
Mhm.
And it's like, wait a minute, you. He said, what? Why'd you leave all that money, all that fame to do this? He said, cause this is the only place where somebody can come in here shabby, low, feeling like life ain't got nothing for them and they can't do nothing. But when I get through with them, they leave here like, hey, I'm $1 million man. I got $1 million to make. This is the best place for me to expose and change lives the best way I can. And I believe that's what you do, bro. I believe that
I'm glad you said that because in all actuality, that's down deep. I mean, in my core, I'm a barber. My granddaddy growing up was my barber. That's my mama's daddy was my barber. And now I'm a granddaddy. And I'm
mm-hmm.
my grandchildren's barber. And I still get goosebumps. I got them right now because what you just said. People go to the barber for the look. They go to the barber for advice, jokes, anything. And the barber means a lot in black society.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
And I'm proud to be part of that genre. I mean, cats wake up and be like, man, I'm going to the barbershop today, like it's Christmas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm Santa Claus. So, hey, I love it, dog. Being a barber, that was my calling. Well, one of them.
Oh, right. And like I say, and let us clear the record on that. You ain't just cutting hair off the humbug. No, no. You are a knowledge as far as dealing with you taught classes for barber. You've earned your right to be a true barber.
I'm a barber instructor. Yeah, I put cats out here from that never picked up a clipper a day in their life to being barber instructors. I took them from ground zero to the top of the tower. So yeah, I'm in this game for real, and actually seeing that I'm at this age and I've been doing it for so long, it's gonna come a point where I gotta retire. It's time to step down, but don't worry, Cecil. Don't worry, partner. You, you are forever one of my cats that I'm gonna cut. As long as I'm able to pick up clippers and lay it down on there, you ain't got to worry about it ever.
And I and,
Because,
and I, and I thank you for that, sir. I thank you, son. I thank you.
like you said, I earned it. You earned it, partner. You've been there even when I was gone studying abroad.
Yes, sir.
But
hey, yeah, because that was when you went to study abroad. That's when I broke out and got the twist.
hey, my partner Raymond Boyd, Riverview. I've been cutting his hair for 26 years since his daddy died. I've been his barber. His daddy was his first and only barber. I'm his second and only barber. And when I went to study abroad, Raymond grew braids, dog.
Yeah, but no, bro. We were like, hey, I ain't letting nobody play in my head. Hey, nope. We're gonna cut it. No, no, no. Let it grow. We're gonna find some way to make it grow. And then lay low back from studying. Get it off.
man.
And like I said, it's so many things that the barbershop provides. But again, when your barber is somebody that you love to hang out with, can hang out with, and is there to help people in situations. Like I said, we've been through some things, and hey, we talk about, but again, it's the fact that because we are family, we've been able to talk about stuff on both sides, because you take all that in, you need someone to release it sometimes too. And again, it's been the fact of us hanging out and let it be known to some people. He and I, like I said, we come from Riverview. We come from, like I say, the Pruitt I go for me and
Peabody, because what you eat don't make me shit.
That's that chemistry. That's what I mean by the chemistry, because I wasn't expecting you to say it right there. I wasn't expecting that one. You threw me off with that one on what you eat. Don't make me. You threw me off with that, son, like always. But again, my thing with what you just said is that's one of the things that it took you a little bit, but I seen it when you hit that switch and flick to where you like, you know what? Ain't no need for me to get mad. Ain't no need to rant and rave. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. And when you hit that switch, everything in your world switched up. Because at a point in time, hey, you were like, you know what? I don't like them.